sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's gonna be a good one.
Next on Madden Football.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the #2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
Here we have a guy, Mike, who's probably one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. He can create so many problems for a defense with his legs, but make no mistake about it, he is far from one-dimensional. He's both willing and able to carve a defense up with his arm while using his legs as more of a secondary weapon. If there's one knock on his game at this very moment, it's the fact that occasionally he'll kind of lay one up from time to time. Nonetheless, if he's on his A game in this one, we could be in for a real treat.
A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here's third down and a few inches. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate through the passing game. They've essentially ignored the ground game up until this point. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's to the rookie's second-round pick, Ben Sinnott. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Washington.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Nice job there by the defender. He's able to break up the pass, but I think if he's able to get there just a little bit sooner, now you can get 2 hands on the ball and give yourself a chance to come down with an even bigger play and come away with the pick.
3rd and 5. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's Eckler. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it at the 3. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He puts it up, and it's caught. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Commanders. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers led out by their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He was in Cleveland and Carolina, and then with the Rams. But now year 2, and it feels like he's found a home. Greg here with the Buccaneers.
One thing about this guy is he epitomizes the word resiliency. After a promising start to his NFL career, he hit a major wall. I mean, he was essentially, Mike, discarded by the entire league to the point where many felt he was destined to just be a career backup. However, once he got that second chance, he took it and ran with it. Now that his career is back on track, he's tasked with leading this team to many more victories, and if he plays up to that standard, he's going to give him a legitimate shot.
This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now he'll run. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
They'll run with White. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Baker to throw. A short one there to Otten. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, Man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw with Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Quickly to the outside and complete. So after 1, it's the Commanders with the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. So the drive will end there, and on comes Trespway to punt on 4th down, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Baker gonna hand it to White. Open space to the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, This offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced third down.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Again, it's Eckler. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd down and 9. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. That's taken in by Dotson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Eckler now on 1st and 10. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Jordan Whitehead is there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Third and long. Now Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Tressway back out there. They'll punt it away again as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to White. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Mayfield. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White. So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. The Commanders have Jamison Crowder ready to return. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. The veteran Jamison Crowder deep to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing now. Daniel. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again, Daniels. The open receiver is Dotson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to run.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and running back Rashad White ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Baker. They'll set up the screen to White. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Mayfield to throw. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the Bucs offense. Going to have a first crack at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Baker to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And 3rd down coming up.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. The give to White. Room to run at the 35. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. That was a big-time run by White. 37 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go again with White. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Mayfield. To the goal line and in. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, it's Chris Rodriguez. Here comes the number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels, with the rest of the Commanders' offense. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. It's Eckler. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, this is Eckler. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Daniels to throw on second down. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. Inside the 20. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He finds De'Ami Brown.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
They'll try and run for the first with Eckler. Give him 18 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he will score. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
One of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Throwing is Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
On the handoff, it's White. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's White. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he will score. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Washington. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders go up by 7, 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A give, and here's White. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A tight end in motion now. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here comes Otten in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to be hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll stick to the ground. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's caught. It's Evans. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On second down, Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. Here comes Otten in motion. He'll run. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Sending a receiver right. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Oh, he coughs up the football. Oh, he gets it right back.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Daniels. Oh! And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try to run for it. And Daniels will have the 1st down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. A gain there of 13 yards.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. The tight end, Its, in motion. They run it once more with Eckler. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, here is Eckler. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The tight end, Its, in motion. They'll go back to Eckler here on 1st down. Space to run inside the 20. And he'll be taken down. Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. He is in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. On comes Patterson for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Keith. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. It is 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mayfield. With the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, if he gets there just a little bit quicker, he can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a 3-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits. I could break back across his face to the middle of the field, and you're wide open. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Mayfield. This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.